Dr. Sean Baker, who talks about the carnivore diet and how the sector of the population that will thrive on that diet, just as fucking fascinating.
Seems to be white people that thrive the most on it.
I think it is.
Yeah,
it's really, but it's like But the more we explore diet, the more we realise how different we are in terms of where our optimal health exists. But then we're also we also even have encounter links to anyway, it's a vast field, and I think we don't actually know that much about how to achieve optimal gut health. That much is true, and I also feel like we are throwing ourselves too much at things like probiotics and methods for gut health, because there are people who can consume diets that go against what current trends towards gut health are suggesting and achieve optimal health, and whereas guys who go down other avenues, e.g. head down the vegetarian route and enter significant sickness. So,
as big as nutrition is, I think if you're thinking negative thoughts and creating a stressful environment for yourself,
lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
But let's think about this. What is the true parameters of our optimal health? Healthy social interactions, sleep, getting some fresh air, sunlight and exposure to environment, good stimulus, and food is very important, absolutely, but it really does. It's variables, right? It's variables. Yeah. So when I have someone who's telling me that they have irritable bowel syndrome because of dairy, my first thought is, no, it's not the dairy.
What else is there?
Yeah, what else is there? What about the late night partying and the drugs you use most weekends and the stressful interaction you have between you and your partner? What about that? What about your poor sleep habits? And you want to tell me it's dairy? It's like, nah, it's not.
It's never one thing.
It really isn't.
It's never going to be one thing.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I got some other shit about the vagus nerve.
Yep.
And this is on the tangent of looking at the breathing.
Yep.
The vagus nerve stems from the brain, goes through the heart and then finishes in the gut and the microbiome.
Yep.
And you can learn to tone the vagus nerve by a low respiration rate, long, slow exhale. Then maybe you can start to innovate the gut more by controlling the breath. Maybe it's not as much getting the right food into the gut, it's been able to actually innovate the cells that are residing within to actually get the probiotics and prebiotics to do the role.
Yeah. Well, it's along the same lines as making sure that you've got enough blood flow to the area as well. You need to have the right sort of innovation, you need to have the right sort of blood flow, you need to have the right nutrition, and then you can regenerate the cells, or you can create an environment where your body is able to operate in its most efficient manner.
Because generally, you see, if someone's not fit, they don't train, they're not healthy, they start to have more adverse reactions to food.
Correct, absolutely.
Dairy, gluten, etc. They say that for everyone, gluten and dairy creates inflammation to a degree, and yet most people that have been training for a decent while are like, I can eat what I want.
Up until about 30 years ago, French people were living some of the longest lives of Europeans on a high cheese, extremely high dairy diet.
Saturated fat.
Profoundly.
Oh, I've got a good explanation for that as well.
And then we can also talk about, what's up, Tristan? We can also talk about Inuits who 90% of their staple diet and indigenous orientation is salmon and seal. It's like 90% of their diet.
Seal
year
blubber.
round. Year round. And then it's...
You see me, myself, and Irene? You live off whale blubber?
But then again, let's basically the further towards the pole you go, the higher the incidence of an animal-based diet.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Because
it's plants
don't fucking live there, man.
Yeah.
So it really is that simple.
Yeah.
And then in Māoridom we talk about kumara a lot, but man, there's just as much evidence to suggest that it was actually a seafood-rich diet that was the primary.
If you're living on islands, then that's your greatest food asset.
Fucking fish, man. What, the island's this big, the ocean's this big.
Wow, what is it going?
Please be rational.
Yeah.
Fuckload of fish. And then, I mean, shellfish. Kids can collect it on the goddamn rocks, Anyway, Kinas a fucking nutrient-rich pest.
Should be making great use of this. Should be
Well,
mowing these things down.
That's right. You go to
I'm hungry, bro.
you go bro. You go to Blenheim. My friend Vinny lives up in a little place called Seddon, just south of Blenheim, on the coastline. He says that there's a killer problem, as in it's a pest. So the earth, they'll dredge on occasion to clear the coastline of the kingdom. So bro, that's an amazing resource.
Turn that problem into a gift.
Yeah. Also, I mean, geez, there's a lot of like fascinating debates over the Younger Dryas and the origin of the extinction of the mammoth. But in theory, prior to the extinction of the mastodon and mammoth, they were hunted by humans, and the humans that coexisted with them which are now of origin to Croatia and the Danes, were potentially some of the largest, healthiest ancient humans that we know of, which is fascinating. And what was their staple diet? Mammoth and mastodon. They were eating huge animals, and that one animal, I mean, think about it. How many tons?
Feed a tribe.
How many tons for one mammoth? How many tons? More like 8.
Yeah.
More like 8 ton. So how much of that is usable flesh? About 50% of its mass. About 50%. So you could have,
muscle, organs, bones.
you could have 3 to 4 ton of consumable product in one animal.
Use its fur.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Wow,
like
what a resource.
Burn out its bones.
Yeah.
God, you can use that for heaps.
Average height of the males of the skeletons that they've found for that over 6'2". So we're talking about large, healthy, extremely strong, extremely well adapted humans. Yeah.
Like humans?
Humans. Yeah.
6'2".
Over 6'2".
Okay.
Average size.
I was gonna say, like, surely mammoth's gonna be bigger than that.
Oh. Anyway, yeah.